Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, home of the OG weekly market updates, where every Monday morning we go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news that cards are set to get revealed. And if you guys did not know, we are doing a giveaway for every single video for all of December. So we are doing a massive giveaway today. This was actually donated by the Trade Post Expo. This is a big card show. This is going to be in Tinley Park in Illinois. I will be there December 20th. I will be vending the entire day. I'm bringing all my life-size statues. It's going to be an insane setup. So if you guys are in the area, definitely swing by. But this is what we are giving away today. A Mega Charizard EX UPC. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell. You got to hit that like. Then you have to answer the question of the day. And in honor of this being kind of a Christmas holiday show, the question of the day is, if Santa could give you one Pokemon card, any card in the entire planet, which card would you choose? And I will be calling the winner next Market Monday, so definitely do not miss that. And I do have to announce the winner from last Market Monday's giveaway, and that is that Brian Liu 7614. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Platinum Protectors. If you guys need cases for any type of collectible, Platinum Protectors have got you covered. They have cases for action figures, comic books, diecast, Funko Pops, trading cards, and video games. And when it comes to trading cards, they got you covered. They even have Lorcana, One Piece. They got all different prices too, all the different UPCs. You could literally be spending a couple dollars a case. There's so many people I see that are spending up to $20, $25 for these acrylic cases for their brand new collections. You might as well just spend a couple dollars on a case and save yourself some money and get yourself some more ETBs. I use them for all of my booster boxes now and all my new ETBs. And then two, if you click my link in the description, you get 10% off your very first order of $50 or more. So definitely check them out. Then also, if you want to get $25 off your first submission through PSA, click my link in the description, use the code BEARD25. That's basically a free graded card. Then also, I will be vending this Sunday, December 14th in Indianapolis. Beard Dad will be there, Real Breaking Nate will be there, Jar Chomp will be there. But again, I'm bringing all my life-size statues, so I'll be vending in Indianapolis this Sunday, and then that following Saturday, I will be in Illinois. So definitely check those shows out if you guys are in the area. I definitely want to do some deals, buy a bunch of collections, make some trades. So definitely swing by. All right, hopping to PokeBeard here. So we finally got some new reveals from the new Start Deck 100 Battle Collection. Very excited to see these cards because this was going to make up our new Ascended Heroes set. So we got the Erica's Vileplume EX here, pretty solid. Got an Erica's Tangela art rare. I think this one blows the one from 151 out of the water. It's not even close. And we did get a new Pikachu SIR. And I love this one. I think this one is 100 times better than the one from Surging Sparks. And even the one from Mega Dream. And I even like this one more than some of the Trainer Gallery ones. I just love how clean and simple it is. So that is crazy, getting another Pikachu in there. And we did get a Slurpuff art rare. Very solid. I really feel like Ascended Heroes is going to be absolutely insane, especially if we do get that Mega Charizard Y SIR. And then the only thing that I'm seeing where it's kind of weak, in my opinion, is like the illustration rare art rare department. It's just crazy to have that kind of lineup in the SIR department. That's why I said if we can just get a couple more really popular illustration rares, man, this thing's going to be wild. All right, we have Celebrations. So some of these collection boxes are actually doing pretty good. We got the Premium Figure Collection. Last sold for this one, $197, $199, $196, $175 with some damage. A couple more at $195. So $200 box now. Here is the Pikachu V Union box. Last sold for this one, $129, $132, $132. So that's also getting kind of expensive. Also want to check the Sylveon box. Last sold for this one, $105, $90, $110, $108. And I'm curious on the Charizard and Sylveon box. Last sold for this one, all at about $150 to $160. Got to check the ETBs also. I know we had a tiny bounce back for the regular one. All last sold, $235, $244, and $240. And the Pokemon Center one, I forgot to check that one before. Still going down. Last sold, $305, $325, and $330. So about $100 cheaper than what it was when it was $390. Next, we have Evolving Skies. There's really nothing moving for Evolving Skies. Everything is the exact same price as last week. We did have one new sale for the Pokemon Center ETB at like $850. Next, Crown Zenith. We got to check the Unknown and Lugia box. Last sold for this one, $99, $99. Pretty much all at $99 now. Box is doing great. I also want to check the Pikachu VMAX Premium Collection. Just so you guys know, there is 2 different boxes of this. There's a Special Collection, and then there's the Premium Collection. So the Special Collection has, less packs, same exact promo lineup. The boxes are almost the same size. It's kind of wild. But I think it's just 5 packs to 7 packs. I think that is the difference. But the bigger one's still doing very good. Last sold 130, 130, 125. All right, hopping to 151. The only thing really technically going up is the 151 UPC, bouncing back a very tiny bit. Got down to 540. Now last sold 581, 567, 599, 582. Next, Prismatic Evolutions. The new premium figure collection is up like $5-10. This is the one with the Espeon and the Umbreon. I really feel like this is a super cool box. To get a statue like that with both of them in there, and the promos are actually pretty solid. I don't know. I feel like this box is going to do very good in the future. And then also the Pokemon Center ETB for Prismatic is bouncing back. So it got down to $308. Now last sold $375, $328, $338. Guess we can get it shipped for about $325. Yep, $328 to get it shipped. And the regular ETB is coming down in price, market price $111 now. I just seen a bunch of people get a bunch of them from a Dollar General. So definitely go check your dollar stores, Dollar Generals. You never know. They do put that ugly sticker on there, but still $40 for a Prismatic ETB. Not bad at all. I had quite a few people send me pictures the other day. Next, Destined Rivals. We got to check that booster box. Doing work. Dropped down to like $375. Now last sold $385, $411, $395, $410. So technically coming down a little bit. It was up to about $417. And then regular ETB market price $127. And the Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB is starting to level out finally, right around $300. Next, we have the Twilight Masquerade booster box bouncing back. This got down to $265. Now last sold $298, $298, $281, and $290. And we have the Mega Evolutions Enhanced booster box bouncing back a little bit. Was at $220. Now last sold $235. Pretty much all at $235. Next, the Obsidian Flames booster box got down to $285. Now last sold $299. Pretty much all at $299. And we have Surging Sparks booster box. So this got down to $215. Now last sold $195 for 36 loose packs. Otherwise $255, $275, and $260. So that bounced back very quickly. And we have Brilliant Stars. This got down to $414. Now last sold $485, $535, $494, and $548. And that was it for all of the Sword and Shield booster boxes. So now we have the Paladin Fates ETB. This is at $296. Got down to about $230. Now last sold $247, $247, $240, and $235. So bouncing back a little bit. The Black Bolt regular ETB had a little bounce back for some reason. This got down to about $82. Now last sold $91, $91. I'm really hoping some of these regular ETBs get down to, $50, $60 like Twilight Masquerade is. Because I just want some people to be able to pick up some stuff. And, if you're just paying $5 over what MSRP is, that's not bad at all. Next, the Obsidian Flames ETB. This was at $164, went down to $155. Now last sold $168 and $167. Next, the Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center ETB. I had a feeling this was going to happen. It got down to $186. Now last sold $185, $200, $202, and $220. And the Greninja UPC. This is at $236. Now last sold $300, $300, $335. And you got to think, there's not very good promos in here. Like, none of the promos in this box people want. And this was before we got like Destined Rivals and like some really popular sets. So the pack selection isn't crazy also. But it's still $300 something. Next, we have some of the newer premium collections. We got the Venusaur and Blastoise EX premium collection. This was at $70. Now last sold $85, $77, $84, and $82. Next, the Blaziken and Volcanion EX premium collection got down to $90. Now last sold $120, $100, $112, $110. Very expensive box. 10 packs though, but if you look, we got quite a few Destined Rivals packs in there. So that is going to make a very big difference. It looks like it's half Destined and half Journey together. Next, we have the new Snorlax and Blissey EX box. So this got down to $39. Now last sold $47, $47, $49. Next, we have the EV Evolutions Premium Collection. This is a crazy looking box. It has all the evolutions in there, crazy colors, and a decent amount of packs. Last sold for this box, $199, $185, $210, $204. Next, the Vaporeon Premium Collection. This thing is crazy. I just wish it had 2 or maybe 4 more packs, and it'd probably be one of the greatest collection boxes we've ever gotten. But there's only 6, so that does suck. But it does have Evolving Skies. Last sold for this one, $330, $348. Before that, $312. This box does not sell very often on TCG Player. Next, we have the Misty's Lapras Illustration Rare. This got down to about like $22. Now last sold $33, $20, $33, $25, $34. So we just have some cards bouncing back. Nothing's going insanely crazy. We got the Fuecoco Illustration Rare. This is at $24. Now last sold $39, but otherwise $25, $37, $26. So some weird, crazy sales for this card, because we can get it shipped right now from a decent seller for $24. So why are we having sales at $30-something? Next, the Pikachu from 151 bouncing back a little bit. It's got down to about 31, 32. Now that's sold 33, 49, 32, 37, 49, 37. Next, the Latios Illustration Rare also bouncing back. This is at 21. Now that's sold 25, 29, 23, and 30. Next, the Big Blastoise EX from 151. This was at $73. Now last sold $78, $75, $90. So just bouncing back in price a little bit. Same with the Zapdos, up a few dollars. Next, we have the Pink Mew. And I'm going to say it again, I still think this Mew is better than the Bubble Mew EX. This got down about $46. Now last sold $52, $51, $53. You do have to think, this does come from a very expensive box, and it is Mew, and it's one of the few special illustration or promos that we got in the Scarlet and Violet era, so it is a special card. Next, we have the Hops Zacian EX from Journey Together, bouncing back a little bit. Got down to like $30, $31. Now that's sold $40, $35, $37. Heavily played for $26. I don't know why you wouldn't just spend the extra $5, $10 to get the near mint. But one high sale here at $47. Next, the new Mega Sharpedo EX. I just seen this card in person the other day. It does look nice. It does kind of remind me of a full art, but a really nice, detailed, colorful full art. It's got down to 40. Now last sold 45, 44, 64, 47, and 50. Next, the Team Rockets Moltres EX. So this is not the promo. This got down to $111 when that promo hit the market. Now last sold 120, 120, 128, 110. But most of the sales are about 125 to 130. And the promo is still dropping, so that'll be on my next following Friday. Same with the box. Next, we have the Latias EX. This was at 190, got down to 156. Now last sold 156, 170, 175, 165, another 177, another one at 177. So bouncing back in price just a little bit. But remember, you guys have to buy these dips. You know, when some of these cards drop hundreds of dollars from their all-time highs, yes, there's a chance they could still go down in price more, but there's also a decent chance they could go back up in price. So you do have to keep that in mind. And when it's a card you really, really want, you know, and it's a couple $100 cheaper than it was, you might as well pick it up. That's usually what I do. Next, we have the Mega Charizard SIR. Just keeping an eye on it. It's technically up like $5, $10, but we can still get it shipped for around $580, $590. But all last sold $580, $590, $605, $608, $600. One here, a lightly played at $589. Again, just spend the extra $10 and get it near mint. But definitely holding strong. I mean, even just looking at the chart, it's got a line going straight across. All right, next, we are checking out a bunch of the new Mega Dream EX cards. So these are all the art rares, and this is what I was talking about. There's not a ton of super popular one. You know, Psyduck, Mimikyu, Zekrom. Those are probably the top 3. And a lot of them are very affordable on the Japanese side, $3 or less. Mimikyu, market price $10, and Zekrom $10 also. The Mega Attack rares are right around $7 to $10. And we go to the next page here. So there's that Psyduck sitting at $20. It's not too bad. But that's about it for the art rares. That's why I want just a couple more. But here we will check out some of the big boys. We got the Mega Gengar EX. Last sold for this on TCG Player, $510, $599. So not a ton of sales on here. Still kind of a newer thing. I feel like a lot of people don't even know that there is Japanese cards on TCG Player. And we got the Mega Dragonite, market price $492. Mega Dragonite EX SAR at $275. And here's the Pikachu EX. But yeah, I like the new Pikachu so much more than this Pikachu. I'm not the biggest fan of like the cartoony art style. And we got the Team Rocket's Mewtwo at 150. The Enzorock doing pretty good. Market price 125. I do think that art is crazy if you really look at the detail. Another Iono's Bellibolt. Remember, Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Iono's Bellibolt's going to be more expensive on the Japanese side than it will be on our side. It's like that for every single female trainer card. Same with the Canary and Iris's Fighting Spirit. I do think the Iris's Fighting Spirit is insane, but those are all $70 to about $100 cards. The Stevens Metagross is getting no love. Market price $50. I think that's crazy. I really feel like Metagross is such an underrated Pokemon. And the most expensive Mega Attack Rare, of course, is the Charizard, but ours is going to be a promo. I think the Gengar looks the coolest, but that is just me out of the Mega Attack Rares. All right, so that is all of them. I'm very excited to see these cards in English. All right, now we are checking out some new Phantasmal Flames PSA 10 sales. We got that brand new Meowth. That sold $250. There's only been a couple sales, but that is our cheapest sale so far, so definitely do not overpay. We did have one at $360 and $322. Next, we have the Mega Charizard X Full Art. Last sold in a 10, $599. We did have one before that at $495 and $600. Still very expensive. I would not buy that either. Next, the new Gold Mega Charizard in a PSA 10. Last sold $3,050. We did have one before that at $26.63. And then 3K, 31, 31, 27.60. So holding very good value in a PSA 10. Next, we have the Mega Charizard X SIR in a PSA 10. Last sold $2,200. And then we got another one at $24.50, $23.50, and $2,400. And since we are checking this in a PSA 10, I figured we might as well check them in a Beckett 10. We have no black labels yet. But here's the Gold 10. Last sold $21.71 and $3,250. And I figured we'd throw in CGC. We got a pristine 10 at $2,650 and another one before that at $3,720 because that was the first CGC pristine 10. And then I also figured we'd throw in Tag. We got a Tag 10 right here, $2,375, 3K before that, and $4,100 before that. So definitely holding some pretty good value from some of these other grading companies. But just remember, these are the first ones to the market. So the prices don't really mean a ton. You got to wait till there's a decent amount on there, especially for Tag and BGS, to where there's almost none of these ever for sale. When there is one for sale, if you do collect BGS or Tag, even if there's just a few people who collect them, they're going to be battling out just because there isn't very many on the market. So you have to keep that in mind. And then I figured we'd check the Japanese Gold Charizard, just kind of seeing how good a value this card is holding. That sold $995, $890, $810. $1,025. So we do have a couple high sales there. Also holding very good value. And last on the list, we have the Japanese Charizard SAR. Last sold in a 10, $733, $690, $680, $680, $670, $685. But you do have to remember, the words do not block this Charmander's face. So I could see this Charizard doing a little bit better than, let's say, if it did block the Charmander's face. Because that is going to bug a lot of people and they're going to want this card. But all right, that'll say it's Pokemon Market Monday, and make sure you guys hit that like button. There should easily be 1,000 likes on this video for that Charizard UPC. And then remember to comment which card you would get for free from Santa. And then, of course, notification bell, and make sure you're subscribed. And then, of course, if you guys want to support more, you guys can check out my Instagram, my TikTok. I just started a Facebook. My YouTube membership is only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And then if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video, which was my Sleeper Sunday, very important video to watch, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.